Previously on Travels by Alex.
We are searching for this drawing done on a movie that I watched called Hotel Belgrade.
We are going to be bidding farewell to Zlatibor. We have made it to the top of Banska Stena, which is overlooking the Drina River behind us.
This is a house on the rock on the Drina River.
So on our drive to Valjevo, we saw this amazing site behind us. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Travels by Alex. I'm Alex, and today we are continuing my journey around Serbia. How's everyone doing today? It is day 7 of my trip here in Serbia. I just got my COVID test done, and that was definitely an experience. These people don't play. They're not gentle like they are in New York. But anyways, right now we are going to go get some breakfast, and then we're gonna finally go see that painting that I was talking about on my, I think, first or second day here in Belgrade. We were able to find it. Jovana saw it yesterday night. She texted me a picture of it, but I was like, I need to see it in person when there's sunlight. So can't wait to see it. And then we have some awesome things in our itinerary today, including taking a trip to Novi Sad. And Jovana will be talking a lot more about it throughout this video. So buckle up and let's get ready to have another awesome day in Serbia. So we are on our way to find that a cool painting, street art from the movie Hotel Belgrade. It's the one that I had mentioned. Jovana's awesome friends found it for us through a lot of social media hashtag searching. So I have to say, it really does take a village. So thank you to everybody who helped, because this means so much to me. And I know it's just a little artwork piece from a movie that probably most people have never heard of or will watch, but I feel like it's something that truly makes a trip special when you get to see cool little things. Alright, so we got breakfast, I got to see the painting, and now we're on our way to our next destination. For those of you wondering about the painting, why I was so obsessed with it, I'll give you the quick little backstory. Basically, one of the main characters is Serbian, and he opens a hotel in Serbia called Hotel Belgrade. And he brings this girl over, and he basically tries to show her how much he loves her. And he even has a mural painted for her in this alleyway in Belgrade. And so when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, this is so cool. If I'm ever in Belgrade, I definitely want to see if this actually exists. And so even though, again, most people will probably never see this movie or even understand it because it's all in Russian, I was so excited to see it. It's sort of like if you're like a fan of a TV show and you get to walk by a place that they filmed, like if you're fans of like Sex and the City, you can go in the city and see where they did that. Or like the friend's apartment. Yeah.
That's what I did with Carrie Bradshaw when I came to live in New York. I was like, oh my god, this is the house where Carrie Bradshaw was living. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was crazy about that. I love Sex and the City.
Yeah, it's basically like a fan moment. So let me know in the comments below if you are a fan of a show or a movie or anything in pop culture and you got to take a picture at the place that means so much to you. I really want to know, because there's probably other places I don't know about and I would love to try to visit them if I can. And we have arrived at Sremski Karlovci. Anyways, we have made it here to this town. Jovana is going to show me around. We have a bit of a walking tour here as well as a museum and wine tasting. So I'm super excited to take you around with us.
Hey guys, so just shortly why we came to Sremski Karlovci. It's a very important historical city for people of Serbia. When Ottomans were coming towards Balkans, a lot of Serbs from Serbia had to flee north, kind of running away. A lot of migration happened in, I think, 16th, 17th century. So as Serbs were going north, they were actually this area called Vojvodina was part of Austro-Hungarian Empire, and Austrians said, okay guys, if you want to flee from Ottomans and come live here, or you can, but you have to, because this land was pretty empty. They were like, okay, you can come here, live here, but you have to be a buffer zone between Austro-Hungary and Ottomans. You have to fight for us and basically, you know, be fresh meat and protect Europe from Ottomans. So a bunch of Serbs and like also Croats, Bosnians, Romanians, Czechs, and all Hungarians. A bunch of people were living here, very mixed. But this particular town was kind of like a center of all the Serbs living north from Danube who flee from Ottomans. And that's why Serbian government was here, Serbian Orthodox Church was here. There's also some government building here. And the most important thing, this was also a very cultural and educational center of those Serbs. Over there you can see the first Serbian high school, which was built, I believe, in 18th century, but I have to double check that.
Right, here comes the honey.
Yes, I will show you now. First honey is honey with flowers from flowers actually, pure honey. In the middle you have honey with propolis, pollen, royal jelly, and the third one is honey with sesame seeds. It's very interesting taste.
Thank you. Very unusual.
I'll try the third
this
one.
Kind of honey.
This is the good one. I like this one.
I guess the regular that, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's dripping. Hold on.
Travel with Alex.
Travels by Alex.
We are now in Novi Sad, which is like second largest city in Serbia. We are located at petrovaradinfortress, which is basically in the center of Novi Sad, even though really the center of Novi Sad is across the river. So it's not as big fortress as Belgrade Fortress, but it's still cute, it has its charm, and we're gonna walk around and explore. And why I wanted to come here is because I love views and, you know, nice shots, so why not?
So let me show you guys the views here, because we have really good views of the city. Take a look at that. I have to say, this is now my 5th fortress that I visited on this trip. All have different styles and beauty and architecture, but it's just so cool to actually walk here and think about the history that took place on these fortresses. Like, who walked here, what was it protecting, what did people see? It's kind of nice to take a little trip into the past. But anyways, as I'm looking out over here, I'm just really grateful because my trip is coming to an end in a few days, and I don't think I've ever had this much fun on a trip before. I mean, they're all fun and it was always great meeting people, but I feel this trip in particular has been so special because I'm here visiting a friend of mine who I haven't seen in 5 years, but we talk so often, and it's just nice to kind of come here and spend this time to catch up in person, and literally like you're with family. So Jovana's over there filming something else, but just wanted to put it out there that it's fun getting to visit a family here.
Family!
Alright, so we're taking a little break here in Novi Sad on this like street market area. There's lots of little restaurants and cafes, but look what I got. I got another iced coffee. There's some ice cream in here, whipped cream, coffee, and syrup. And Jovana got...
Double dose of espresso in my cappuccino.
That's right. Alright. Hey everyone, so I'm at the last stop of the day. We are in Zemun, which is a little area here in Belgrade. I want to show you the panoramic views here of Belgrade, and actually we're just in time to see the moon too. So here I'm going to show you, one sec. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see. How cool is that? Good morning everybody, how are you doing today? I am basically towards the end of my trip in Serbia, and if you haven't been following along, I really do recommend going back through my channel to viewing the other videos in the series as I basically journey around this beautiful country. I'm here visiting one of my best friends who I met in college, and she's been an awesome host and just an honestly overall amazing person, showing me around her beautiful country. I have never seen so many amazing things in one place, so I am really happy with the trip so far, and I hope you've enjoyed these series too. If you are a member here on this channel, and if you're not, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you join this channel. Today we are driving out toward Zagajicka Brda, and this is basically an open field, kind of like if you ever had Windows, I guess, what is it, Windows XP? You have like that really nice green meadow, you have the sky with the clouds. That's basically what this place is. It's a really cool field, and I really wanted to see it because it has really nice views there, and quite honestly a perfect place to just relax on your last day. So we're going to be doing that first, and then we're going to be heading back to Belgrade, where I'm going to be just kind of taking in some last minute sights around the city. And then tonight we're going to Jovana's parents' place for a final goodbye dinner. Can't wait to see her family and have some final laughs before my trip back to New York tomorrow. So stay tuned, I'll be back momentarily with awesome views. We had to leave the car all the way back there because the road in front of us got extremely dangerous to drive on, essentially. It's not really safe for driving unless you have like one of those big motorbikes or a Jeep. But here's what's funny. So we literally were at a point where we were just gonna not drive further. We were gonna turn around and head back because it just got too much. Like the car wouldn't really move that far. We were like, oh no, we're almost out of gas. But then we have two lovely people drive up, say guys, say hello. And basically they were also going up here to see the same thing we are. And so we all decided to group together and enjoy the nice half-hour walk. But I'm kind of proud of myself because I'm somebody who is not really a nature person. I'm definitely not somebody who likes being around bugs. There's a lot of them here. But look, I am leading the pack. I am at the front of the line. So I figured let me just quickly go on and show you guys. Let me show you around. Look at that. How cool is that? All right, I'm gonna show you guys some views right now. Did we make it?
Yeah, and we are supposed to go over there.
Beautiful, wow. Hello everybody. Can you believe I'm actually up here? I never would have imagined it, but here I am. Wow. Well, we're
What an
finally.
adventure!
Oh my goodness, we made it back to the car. What a schlep down the mountain, or valley, whatever it is. Anyways, that was so much fun. Lots of work. If you're coming here, come in a Jeep, but be expected to walk because the road is extremely hard to walk through. All right.
As I was heading to the airport, I couldn't help but think back to all of the amazing people I met, the food I've eaten, and the places I've seen while on this trip. So many great memories.
Actually, funny enough, the nurse who was doing the COVID test reminded me of the police officer who I met when I registered my stay here in Serbia. So it was pretty funny. Jovana and I looked at each other like, wait, is it the same lady or not? Hey, there it is! And we have arrived at Sremski Karlovci.
Sremski Karlovci.
Karlovci.
Yes.
Sremski
Karlovci.
Karlovci.
Yes.
That's a tongue twister.
No, it's not.
Hey everyone. Alright, so as we're walking around this little town, I just wanted to quickly show you this really cool building behind me. It is the first ever Serbian high school. Alright, so we've made it now to the winery.
And Museum of Beekeeping.
And Museum of Beekeeping, which I'm gonna stay far away from because
They don't have these, they just show you, I
Okay.
think. Okay, now we're gonna feel like royal, because royal houses of heroes drank this.
Alright. Hey, so what did after an awesome wine tasting and cheese tasting and bread tasting, honestly speaking, Jovana's standing here like a mime.
Let's not be so official.
Let's not be so official. Clearly the crow agrees with me. Today we are driving out to Zagajicka Brda. Okay. Look at these beautiful sunflowers. Wow, they're all kind of withered actually.
Alex is leading the group. I cannot believe that.
That's